What's up, guys? I noticed that 80% of you guys that watch my channel aren't subscribed to my channel, so subscribe. No, I'm kidding. I always see YouTubers do that, and I always think it's bad funny, so I just wanted to do that. I have no idea even how to check that. But if you hit that subscribe button, that actually would be pretty sick. Anyways, we are back with another episode in the Powerbuilder series. So this is going powerlifting, more to hypertrophy kind of style of training. But for starters, we actually need to talk about some very important life updates on this channel that are going to be impacting my training. So for one, what we need to talk about is that we no longer have the Texas deadlift bar at my gym. So now that we don't have the Texas deadlift bar, my 1 rep max for my deadlift is going to be altered, which is really, which is really annoying because now all my numbers and percentages are going to have to get changed. I think it is good for me though, because in the long run, I do need to just like be able to lift the weight without any assistance from the Texas deadlift bar. And I think life is really interesting because I think everything happens for a reason. I think that me losing the Texas deadlift bar is going to actually help me in the long run because I'm going to be forced to have to go through training sessions where I'm lifting just completely on a straight bar. And that's just made me reflect on like how much I've changed with my lifting process. Because if you guys really knew my whole entire lifting journey, I used to only deadlift through a green band to make sure that I'm really working on my bar speed. And if you watched my deadlift, I might be able to pull it up right now where I'm deadlifting like 610. But the guy who was watching was like, dude, the minute you got off the floor, you flew all the way up. And it's because like I would always deadlift through a band. I'd always make the training sessions harder, so that way when it became game time, like I would be able to just like perform really, really well. And I think I need to kind of get back to that. I need to get back to, you know, lifting on a straight bar more, lifting through green bands more. And I think for you guys as well, if anybody's listening to that, like take that as something. Always try to take the harder route to just like keep growing and keep improving. Other than that, another important thing that is happening is that my belt is broken. So if you guys watched the last episode, I think it was a squatting episode, I accidentally threw my belt on the ground and it broke. So I am in the in-between interim area where I don't have a belt to really squat on. But if you know anything about that, that's actually beneficial to sometimes squat without any like belt support because it does build up your abdominal wall and it just like makes you a lot stronger. It builds up the bones, the tendons, the joints, everything gets stronger when you lift raw and unequipped. So if anything, like the deadlift, it will be beneficial to me in the long run. But yeah, guys, we have a deadlifting session today. I'm gonna take you guys through some of my workouts, explain to you guys what I'm doing. I don't wanna go too much in depth right now. We'll just cut into the gym and then you guys will see me working out. But let's go. What's up, guys? There are so many people in here that I couldn't film all the way up to my top set, but if you're watching this, you just saw my top set. That was the only set that I used straps for. Everything else I've gone raw, and on these back off sets, I'll go raw. I think it's gonna be a little too much of a jump to go from literally a Texas deadlift bar and belt to going to pretty much no belt, a straight bar, and like no straps too. So I was like, at least use the straps, and then we'll back off and take things out. But I think that was just good for me. I believe I did 4 reps. I think I could have done 5, but I didn't want to push it and hurt myself. Remember, longevity is a part of the game. So now I have my back offs and yeah, still more work to do. Okay, I just messed up that set. I put the bar too close to the balls of my feet, and the bar needs to be a little bit below my bunion, so I was leaning too forward, and it was really hard to grip the bar, so I'm gonna run it back and do another set where my foot positioning is a little bit better. I don't think it was because of the green band, so I'm gonna fix that and we're gonna run it back. Yo, you guys can't tell at home, but this bar has no fucking bend at all. So it really is a lot harder, which is going to be good for me. I need to be working without like the Texas deadlift bar. And I also have the resistance band with no straps. My deadlift's gonna have to go up. So just gonna keep working. We are right now working on my accessories. All my accessories are to really help with my weaknesses right now, which is grip strength. So if you're gonna notice I'm doing dumbbell rows, when I'm doing those, I'm trying to stay as flat as possible. And then the other thing is I'm using no straps. Same thing with the hang. When I'm hanging from the bar, there's no straps right now. And the other thing is I have an active back. So there's a passive hang and an active hang. So when I'm doing an active hang, my scapula is actually retracted and the muscles are actually working. I'm also working on some lockouts, not really lockouts, but block pulls off of about 45-pound plates. That's gonna help me with the middle portion of my deadlift. And also at the top, I'm trying to hold the last rep for about 10 seconds, really to help that grip strength. All right, I'm going to go do the active hang. I want you to notice my lat when I go, because my lats are actually active. They're not passive where I'm just hanging from the bar. And one thing I'm a huge proponent of is always having good body control, because when you have good body control and body strength, that is what opens up all the things like a 600-pound squat or a 600-pound deadlift, just having really good body control. So watch me be active as I go and hang. Hey guys, I am doing the last thing in the gym, which are farmer's walks. I pretty much like to do these where I just take about an 80-pound dumbbell and I just walk up and down the gym for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, really to emphasize my grip strength. So that's pretty much how I'm gonna finish up the workout. I'm not gonna film all of that because one, it's pretty boring, but two, it's very simple to teach. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I will see you guys in the next one, and make sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Also, see you at the top.